Look at this guy.
He's rollerblading down the mountain.
We're Heath and Alyssa. In this video, we're heading to our 5th country of this European road trip, but things don't exactly go as planned.
It's like 1 in the morning and Heath is like, call an ambulance. That was all my fault.
Today we're leaving France, where we've been spending the majority of our time on this trip. We were planning to go into Spain, but there was one thing that was on the potential list of things to do on this trip, which we decided we are going to do today, and that is drive into the country of Andorra. This is one of the smallest countries in Europe, tucked right between France and Spain, and you may or may not have ever heard of it. And we're actually going to be driving into the capital. There's only a couple towns, I think, in Andorra, and it's the highest capital in all of Europe. But I figured before we left France, we should have one last French breakfast. While we were in Paris, Alyssa did a choux pastry class, which are like these fancy little pastry biscuits with whipped, I don't even know how to describe it, but they were delicious. But she learned how to make those, and I did no such cooking class when we were here. It's not really my forte, although I am the breakfast maker in our family. So today we are just going to be making some classic French toast. I don't know why I got the bread out. That made no sense. So there's no real innovation that's going to be happening here today. It's just going to be classic French toast. If you have any brilliant French toast recipes, please let me know. We're staying at a campground right now that has multiple parks, and there's nobody here because it's closing right now for the season. So the kids are out playing while I'm cooking breakfast. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you make the most delicious ever looking French toast batter. We ate pasta last night, and maybe I didn't wash this pan as good as I should have, because instead of smelling what I would hope would be like cinnamon in a second, I'm just smelling leftover pasta, which is not great. It's not what you want when you're warming up for some nice French toast. That's okay. I can hear Ellie from across the campground coming back. Good morning.
Good morning.
I heard you coming. Do you want some breakfast?
We could smell you as we walked up.
What did it smell like?
French toast!
Yoo-hoo!
The perfect last meal.
Yummy, yummy.
It's good?
You are sit down. Sit down.
All right, we're on the road. Last day in France. There's so many speed bumps in France. I really hope that our next 2 countries don't have as many speed bumps as this. One more. Okay. So we decided to cross into Andorra from the French side because it was just slightly faster from like the direction we were coming, and it was more mountainous. It looked more mountainous, at least, on the Spanish side to enter Andorra. So with rain coming in today, we're hoping that we can avoid most of it by taking this faster drive.
I think part of us also thought if we crossed into Spain, we may not leave again. So we want to experience Spain and travel there, but if we went down, we might just taste some tapas and Spanish wine and be like, okay,
We're here.
sorry, Andorra.
We have about 30 minutes left in France, where we're in Andorra. There's no towns in between here and there. We're just deep into the mountains, so soaking up our final moments.
Think about finding a scenic pull-off that has, right next to the river. We'll just pull over and make some lunch.
Oh, that sounds great.
Oh, good job.
Well, I wanted an easy lunch today, and then in the fridge all we had was salmon and broccoli and carrots, so that's lunch.
Chef Padgett whipping up gourmet meals at rest stops. Thanks, Mommy.
Mommy, what?
Is that what you want to call me on YouTube? Good job, good bite, Ellie.
Oh, I thought you meant Chef Padgett. I thought that sounded pretty good, actually. Waved us through the border, we're good.
So we're not there yet. That was just like...
No, we're here. Wait, we're not.
It said Andorra this way.
Oh. That says, I feel like we're in Andorra now.
All right, I gotta go to the back.
Please.
If we pass a sign, you wait for me.
Okay, chill.
Eli, hey. I still exist when I go in the front. No, you don't, Bobby. You love me forever. Can we get a smile? Boop. Boop. That way.
Keep an eye out for what these signs and restrictions say. 4.3 meters, we're good.
We did it!
We're here in Andorra.
Well, first impressions of Andorra, absolutely beautiful. It's just mountains everywhere, every direction. All the buildings look pretty new. And I'm seeing a bunch of ski lodges and ski lifts everywhere so far. Which, I mean, you're just in the mountains, so unsurprising.
We are starting to get some rain right now.
Yeah.
So our goal is to try to get through some of these mountain roads before the rain hits. Drive today has been beautiful, and I'm very grateful for the nice weather, because the last thing I wanted to do is drive a mountain pass in the rain.
Which is what you're currently doing. I'm literally driving a mountain pass in the rain right now.
Sprinkling. Okay, he said we could park anywhere. So first interaction language-wise, only Spanish or French.
Okay.
He said no English, English tomorrow.
Is it English tomorrow?
I guess meaning like the person who works tomorrow speaks English. But there's a bus stop right outside that we can walk to.
Okay.
That's over there, and he said that's how you get into the city center. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm just gonna turn left.
We were here the other day?
Yeah.
No, this is a new place. What do you think?
Wait, this is where we stay.
This is where we're staying?
Yeah, you told me that,
I did tell you that.
Daddy.
We're here.
Daddy.
Thank you, baby. And we're like 4 for 4 on the last 4 campgrounds of parking right next to the park.
This one was an accident, though.
It was an accident, but happy.
All right, Ellie, let's go.
This way.
Wait for me to do
Ellie,
the street. It's kind of wild to look out and just see all these apartment buildings built into the opposite side of the mountain. We haven't done any really city camping.
This would be the closest, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, this is the capital
I
city of
love
Andorra.
Bobby.
Good morning. We rolled in a couple days ago and had every intention of grabbing one of the first buses and going to explore the town of Andorra, but I told Alyssa that I wasn't feeling really well and I just wanted to go lay down. And as it turns out, Alyssa and I both got a pretty bad case of food poisoning, and so pretty much for the next 24 hours we have been completely out of commission. The kids are doing great. Luckily they didn't get it, but I'm pretty sure, Alyssa said I couldn't say it out loud because it might make her be sick again, but I'm pretty sure it's what we had for lunch driving into Andorra. We've been holed up here in the campground and very grateful the kids didn't get it. It's been a rough couple days, but today we are going to drive into the city. We're pretty much already in the city, so we're going to drive into like the city center a few minutes away and park the RV for the day and just walk around the town, get some food, and get to experience the country of Andorra a little bit before just driving on. It's actually beautiful. It had rain every day on the forecast, and it's absolutely gorgeous today. A little chilly, but grateful for some nice weather, and we're going to go see what the city's like.
That was all my fault. I should have never cooked lunch.
Babe, that was not your fault.
That was my fault.
You have been on a kick, though.
What do you mean I've been on a kick? A kick on poisoning us?
No, I mean a kick of like, we've had salmon like 4 times in the last week. Because you're like, it's so
Don't
good.
say that word to me
Sorry.
ever again. Kind of had mixed emotions this morning. We both felt like back to 100% other than being like just tired. But we didn't get to really see Andorra, and we only have a few days left. The plan was to leave and go to Spain this morning. It would kind of be a shame to like be all the way here and not do anything. So even though nothing is open because it's 9:30 a.m. on a Sunday morning, we're gonna go into town and get some coffee if we can find an open spot and see what Andorra has to offer. Okay.
I feel like I was a little bit dramatic on camera this morning when I said this is one of the worst things that we'd feared happening.
Literally, it's like 1 in the morning and Heath is like, call an ambulance.
Okay, so it wasn't just because I was like sick throwing up. Like I did throw up, and then Alyssa woke up.
Too many details.
Here,
Don't give the details.
Details are coming.
No, we don't need the details. Heath blacked out and he like fell out of the RV because he was just so out.
At one point I was trying to help Alyssa, and my head, I just needed to get out and get some air. And I've never blacked out in my life, but my ears are ringing.
You can't say that anymore.
Yeah, and so I ended up falling on the ground, so much so that I scraped and hurt my knee, and it was pretty bad. Like I didn't know what was happening. I think it was because I was just really dehydrated, and we also came up to elevation, so that was probably what it was. But it was just scary to feel like we're in a place where maybe we can't take care of the kids like we need to. So now I'm driving and I can't talk anymore. If you are going to drive through a big capital city, then doing it at early in the morning on a Sunday seems like the way to go. Oh my goodness. We're going to see how this, oh my God.
You're gonna
I shouldn't have said this.
You're gonna have to back up to make this turn. I think you're gonna have to curb.
Am I in the right place?
Look,
It's completely blocked
it's
off.
blocked off. That's it. That's the only parking lot for motorhomes.
The motorhome. It said on Park for Night, this is the only place to park with the motorhome. Alright, we're gonna have to regroup. I need help navigating out of here. No motorhome parking in this lot. Literally the only lot that allowed motorhomes in the city is blocked off for some type of event.
No motorhomes.
It says no motorhomes. Alright, well, I'm sorry, babe.
But I mean, we're here. Like we so want. We are trying so hard to see this country, and this country is rejecting us. There we go, towards Spain.
España.
Alright, this is it. This is the border. We're leaving.
It's been real, Andorra. Sorry. Rain check.
I feel like we really need to apologize to the country of Andorra. We failed at it.
It says stop, but nobody's stopping.
I don't think there's people in them. very classy looking border patrol vestibules. They're not even looking.
I'm so used to going through like the US-Canadian border and them being like, oh, look,
Yay! We haven't seen like a sign like that when we've crossed any border. That made me really happy. Alright, feeling better. Let's go do Spain. I'm very excited about Spanish coffee, Spanish wine, Spanish tapas.
Is it redundant to put Spanish in front of tapas? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Wow. Oh, wow. Sass.
I wasn't